Last time on Races to Places, Lyndon took part in the Jersey Park Run. Lyndon and Basil are crossing into the English Channel to make the final leg of the journey. The crew of the ship are keen Races to Places followers and welcomed Lyndon up to the bridge.
So I've just sat up here in the bridge control panel where basically the driver steers and controls the engines, and anything that happens goes on here really in terms of navigation. So this is all the navigation equipment up front. This is the controls for the engines. Currently it's on autopilot. I'd like to say that I'm steering and controlling the ship, but that would be a lie. So just good to see how it all works and all the equipment and everything in this area.
Looks like this vessel has some technical control systems. I wonder if it has auto park.
So we're just sat here up on the Bridge of the Liberation on the way back to the UK, and obviously being an engineer I had to come and see what went on up here on the bridge. So I'm just sat at the control station for the engines. There's 3 engines on this ship, V20 with 4 turbos on each engine, each producing between 10 and 12,000 horsepower. So massive engines, and then they go into a jet basically, or impeller instead of a propeller, which then propels this boat pretty fast for the size of the vessel. So the whole thing is about, it's made of aluminium, and it's how many tons? 5,000 tons, so this whole ship approximately, made from aluminium. But just to give you a bit of an indication on fuel burn, my trip around the world, 5 years, 2 months travelling on a single cylinder motorcycle of 700cc, I've burnt about 12,000 litres of petrol. This thing, in a 2.5 hour journey from Guernsey to the UK, will burn about the same amount of diesel. So it's a lot of fuel, but it's also carrying a lot more passengers and a lot more weight, so it's expected really, but there's an interesting fact.
The weather looks great for the return to the UK. Let's hope it stays like this all the way home.
Well, that is the UK. First time back with Basil Bike in 5 years and 2 months. What a feeling. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thanks.
Basil's been looking forward to putting his feet up for a while now, and that time's almost upon him.
Welcome home, mate. I can't believe it. It's going to be so weird driving off the ferry here, back in the UK on Basil Bike for the first time. It's like such a weird feeling. So many emotions, but we're going to ride off the ferry onto the UK for the first time with Basil Bike. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you. Woohoo! Thank you, mate. Cheers. Thank you very much. Cheers. I just so want to pull a wheelie. Back in the UK, the good wouldn't be complete without a wheelie. So I'm back in the north of England and just waiting for Dario and Andy to arrive, who are going to do some filming for me tomorrow for the whole final day of Races to Places, the arrival back in Yorkshire. So let's go see if we can find them. Yo! Look at this pimp machine!
How's it going?
It's the boys!
You're right,
Woo!
man.
Hey man,
You, man.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Who remembers this guy from Races to Places? Come here, man. Who remembers this guy? Ian Ray, New Zealand, eh?
There you go, pal. Them with days.
Somewhere in there's an Ian. There he is. Jungle bashing. Performing excellently on the trails.
Oh yes. Yeah, picking my bike up and things like that. Yeah. I've got that off to a fine art.
Like a proper setup with microphones and everything for the last day here. We've got Ian here making sandwiches. Where's the bacon butties?
They're there, mate. They're just coming out, mate. Look at that.
Oh yes! I'm excited to get home. You know, like I don't know how to explain how I feel. It's always important to make sure your helmet's clean before you go for a ride.
The day's plan is to head out with Dario and capture some footage, then head to Squire's Cafe, North Yorkshire, where Lyndon has put the word out on social media that himself and Basil will be there, and all two-wheel lovers and petrol heads are welcome.
Person here that deserves a big thank you. That's this guy. This guy, Basil Bike. Fuck. Look at him. You beauty. You beauty.
I'm shedding a few tears too, old chap. It's been a hell of a journey. We've definitely ticked off a few countries.
This guy took me all the way around the world and back home. I mean, don't get me wrong, we've had our difficulties, but this guy did it. Woohoo! You legend. You legend, Basil Bike. We did it, bro. We did it.
A few tears from both boys about their epic bromance. I bet Lyndon spent more time with Basil in the last 5 years than most men spend with their wives in a lifetime. It's time for Lyndon and Basil to make their way to Squire's Cafe, but we'll be stopping en route in Settle to pick up some more R2P fans for the run home.
Remembers Eddie, yeah, from America. That was a good time. We had a blast. Where did the bike come from, Eddie?
Came from some factory racer called Mr. Poskitt.
Eddie, I give you my camera for 2 minutes and look what you start filming.
There you go, mate. I got something for you.
Oh, thanks, mate.
You can have that.
Cheers. Well, you need that, mate.
What are we doing now, mate?
What does it look like I'm doing?
Yeah, bit of hand action there.
Next time on Races to Places, the love of Lyndon's life, Camilla, pulls up to the finishing party.
Hi everyone, thanks so much for watching Races to Places. Please check out the link to my Patreon page below where you can find special features and pre-released episodes of Races to Places. I look forward to your messages and comments on there.